night, live from Nick's Garage. Another week's gone by. We've done a few cars here, and I'm going to take you guys for a little tour in my shop, see what we've done. And I just wanted to tell you guys, we are in Laval, Quebec, Canada, which is just north of Montreal. Some people have been asking me that, where is Laval? It's right beside Montreal. So for you folks that were asking me, now you know. Anyways, I just want to take a tour. I got a friend of mine who's just visiting us today. His name is Mark. He's got a 446-pack engine on the dyno, which I'm going to show you guys later on. By the way, this is his other car. Same color green, just like his 70 Challenger with a shaker, 4-speed. It's got a 2016 Hellcat here. Another awesome car. Mark, got a good choice of cars there, buddy. And what else do I got? I've got a Fury that came in here. 1971. And what do we got?
Oh, somebody's coming by. We're being a little noisy.
I believe that's Roger. This is crazy. You got to be kidding me. Hey, I didn't call the fire department. This is crazy. Roger just bought this truck. So what are you guys doing? Cruising around?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good for you, man. Oh my God, check him out. Roger from Showtime Cars. There you go, man. Or should I say Showtime Muscle Cars? So what are you doing? Cruising around?
Yeah, I was around.
You know, when
The truck came home for about a month and a half.
So you want to spin the wheels now, eh?
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Hey, what else is going on? You hang around with this bum.
This is the team that's working on Eugene's Charger.
Yes, sir.
By the way, did you guys get it done yet? Are you ready to shoot it?
We're close.
Come on, man. I need that car back, buddy. You got to shoot it.
Does he know what's after the Charger?
No, tell me.
My Fury.
Okay, the Fury. Oh, by the way, a lot of people are asking me what happened with the Fury. This gentleman here, Oliver, just bought it from us. So now you're going to build it, eh?
Nice. Oh yeah, nice drive. Nothing crazy like my Camaro.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Boulevard cruiser.
So when you get it done, you got to bring it here so you can show it to my...
You gotta, I like to show off my cars. What's up, Leo? How's it going? Oh,
This is a surprise. This is a surprise. Let me tell you. I know he bought it just to cruise around with it, but you know, when I heard that fire engine coming down here, I knew that was Roger. But I'm surprised he's even taking that up for a drive.
Well, we were just having pizza.
Okay. Did you bring any pizza from us?
We ate it.
Oh, come on. Anyways, it's all good. Anyways, let's take it faster. What year is this truck?
It's a 74.
74, eh?
I believe it's a 366 motor.
From Saint-Evern de Bus.
Where's the ladders? They're long gone. Everything works on this truck though. It's all
Works?
original.
You know, can I take it home for the weekend?
No problem.
You guys, check this out, man. Is this too much or what, eh? You don't see this running around. This is something, eh? Hey, you got to give credit to Roger. He loves old cars also.
That is something, I gotta say.
That is something. You know, if you guys have a fire, just call Roger, Showtime Cars. He'll come and put it out for you guys.
I wonder if Chief Hamner's watching.
Hey, did you?
True, eh?
Way up north.
Yeah, I bought a house up north.
Basketball Orient?
That's where the hoses are gonna go.
Oh, this is the best part right here. This is the best part. I'm going to show them.
Yeah.
It's a manual transmission, eh? Look at this. Is this all functional, Roger? Tout à marche?
The guy told me that it was, you know, working when he sold it to me, but now I got the truck for 4 years, so
Okay.
I never used it. But everything was working.
Okay.
All the valve was working.
Oh, they're all manual valves, eh?
Of course.
Look at that, eh? Hey, let's put some water in it and let's try it.
Nothing is jam on it.
Okay, cool. I just want to take a look at the shifter. Look at that manual shifter. Check it out. Look at the seater, right? A single driver and two-seater right there.
Look at the sticker.
A bed sheet for two and a driver's seat. This is too much, man, too much. This is too much. This is a typical Friday night at Nick's Garage, guys. And you know what? If this wasn't a pandemic, here would be a lot more guys. But anyways, let's cruise around and see what's going on in my shop here. Anyways, this is Roger from Showtime Muscle Cars. He bought this fire truck 4 years ago. I guess he wants to make a hot rod out of it in the future. I'm not so sure. But anyways, by till then, we're going to find out. Okay? Let's go show you that Fury I've been working on today. Something very simple. Come. George, how are you? I've got a 71 Fury here that belongs to Francois. All he came in here was for a radiator that was falling apart. So I had his radiator sent out so we could put a new core in. So Leo here took it out.
Dangerous.
Hey?
That radiator was dangerous.
It was bad, eh?
What do you want to call it? The brackets that were spot welded to the radiator and I hold it into the car were about to fall off. By one spot weld was left, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, for a 71 an original.
That's it. There you go. You know, it happens. We caught it. The car's gonna be safe. That's what matters.
Anyways, so till next week, till we get the radiator, we're gonna put one in there. After all, it is a 318. It's a 318, very simple car.
2-barrel manifolds. It doesn't get better than that.
It's exactly what you got in your Charger.
That's it, exactly. And you know what? I never have a single problem with it.
You don't, eh? Tell that to the viewers. Don't tell me that.
Never have a problem with it.
Oh,
Never
well.
go fast, but you never have a problem.
Anyways, besides this Fury that we have here, you guys see the 56 Imperial that we have in the shop. Came in for a small job to be done tomorrow, which is he's got to pass inspection and he has to get the windshield washer pump to work, which is a manual pump. So we're going to work on it tomorrow. But I've got it in the shop. If you guys want to take a look with what this car comes with, there's so much detail with the chrome. Okay, it's kind of dusty, but you got to see it.
Let's get out of this wind, Nick.
Yeah, it's getting windy. All right, here we go. I just want to take a look at this 56 Imperial, the year I was born. I'm just gonna, I want you guys to take a good look at it. Just give me a sec. I'll be right back in a sec. I need to give out the paperwork.
I'll do a little circle here, Nick.
Sure is.
There
George,
we go, folks.
you got the paper on that?
Look at this beautiful machine.
You want it? Okay. Okay. All right.
You're hearing Nick just do a little bit of something there with his brother.
This is, you guys, this car was built when I was born in 1956. It is believe a Chrysler Firepower Hemi. Let's take a look. And wait till I blast the horns later on. Oh, it's got a heavy hood. There it is. Very common, famous name in the 50s. Chrysler Firepower. Is that something? And it runs. Maybe I should start it, let them hear it. What do you think?
You bet.
And I'm going to press the horn and do it at the same time. It sounds like a big ship. Watch this.
We've got to have a look at that interior too, Nick. It's all about the indoors.
I love the interior. Look at the detail in this thing. Look at the detail. Here. Look at the layout. Look at the layout. Push button automatic transmission. Look at the detail of the chrome. Look at this is back in 56. Again, I'll say it again. Human design, nothing computer. There it is. Still running. Here. You want to hear the horn? Watch this. Or should I say listen?
They go around there.
I'll do it again. The amount of detail this car has inside and out, and it's unreal. Look at the doors. They open and close so beautiful. Look at that. So beautiful. You know, if you wanted to re-chrome every piece on this car, inside and out, it's going to cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. There's so much to be done. But in this case, it's all perfect. It's all there. So this is one nice, clean car to drive.
You were showing me, Nick, before the controls for the power seat.
Oh, yes. Look at it.
Just
Look
as
at
an
the detail.
example, look at
Power
the detail.
windows, power seats. Check this out. Look at the detail on that. Then look at the beautiful knob here for the power windows. Check it out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all this detail. This is Chrysler Imperial, or when Imperial joined with Chrysler back then. Take a good look at the dash. Look at all the chrome. Look at all the detail in there. Steering wheel and all. And look at the seat. Look at the seat. So clean.
With the twinkly fabric.
Look at that. Genuine green, dark green fabric. And the door, look at many different colors. Silver, lightest green, light green, dark green. Look at that. Look at the detail just in the door. But this is what it was designed for.
There's
luxury.
so much going on with this car.
This is a luxury car. In 56, this was something. Oh, you guys wonder where the gas cap door is? Come take a look.
Yeah, you don't want a big ugly gas door on this.
No, you know, when you have something like this, you don't want to pop up the door. Come and see this. Let's try this one here. Nothing there. Let's try over here. Okay, let's take a look. There it is, you guys. You imagine you go to a service station, but let's not call it a service station because they don't give you any service. Let's call it a gas bar or a gas station. You go into a gas station, you flip this and you put fuel. People are going to freak out when you put gas in a tail light, or should I say, something in the quarter panel in the corner. But that'll be something fascinating to see in a service station, or gas station, I should say. Look at this. Look at this emblem.
The car's a little dirty right now, but underneath that dust, it is perfect. We've seen
Yeah.
it when it's clean. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of dusty right now, but we're going to get it washed one day. Big white walls. Genuine original wheel covers.
Spectacular.
But most of all,
Imperial.
and most of all, Chrysler firepower.
There she is.
And it's running.
Like a top,
Yeah.
silently.
And it's got that air cleaner where it's oil filled.
I was
Collects
gonna
the
say.
dust.
Wow.
The horns are humongous. Check out these horns.
Yeah, what was making that noise?
Yeah, look at these humongous horns.
Astounding.
Okay, so don't look at this. This is aftermarket. This was added on later. But the horns is so humongous.
Oh,
on
that's
this.
just one of them. Here's the other one. That's
There's the other one. And
fantastic.
I believe he's got another one underneath. He's got 3 big horns on this thing.
Tritone.
Hey?
It's a tritone.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. All that grill.
Look at that. Lots of chrome there. Lots of chrome.
Joe has some beautiful automobiles, but I think his Imperials are the queens
got-
of the crop.
And you know, he's got a few cars. And I'm working on that Jensen. I got an email this morning from someone who was talking about oval pipes. I was confused what to do with this car with the exhaust system because I'm trying to make it in a different way. I'm not so sure. Tristan, if you're watching, I'm talking about your car. I just got an email this morning. I'm going to look into it later on after the show if I can. Contact for oval exhaust because I want to put a 2-inch, 2.25-inch exhaust system oval to give you ground clearance. And also, instead of wrapping the exhaust, we found out we could put heat shields on top of the exhaust system between the floor and the exhaust system, so it'll keep the heat from inside the cabin. So that's another thing I just found out this week. So we're going to start advancing on it very soon. We've done the AC, I've done the carburetor, I've done the cooling system, I've done the Presto coolant leak, I should say. And so far, I'm waiting for a nice day so I can take it for a long drive. And till then, well, no, because every day it's been slightly raining or windy, but I'm going to take it out for a cruise next week for sure.
Oh, I hope I got my camera here that day, Nick.
I hope so too.
We got a lot coming up I want to have my cameras on.
I know, and you know, I've been working on another car that came in. It's just outside here. It's a 1958 Edsel Villager. Come and see this.
We're going to get a better look at this car on Monday's video.
It's right here. You guys, you ever seen a 58 Edsel?
I've never seen a 58 Edsel.
This is it.
Ever in my life.
And this is a Villager, 1958. You know,
Looks
and it,
really like original too. Like nothing is all. Nice looking car.
it is. And you know what? I want to fix. This car was brought here in the first place because his lifters were clicky. So he bought me new lifters and a cam to install. But I told him, you know what? We're going to check the oil pressure before that. So we made a test with the oil pressure. We found out that he only had 10 pounds of pressure. And then when it warmed up, it went down to 5 pounds, almost practically to 0. So what we decided to do, we tried to remove the pan so I could take a look at the oil pump. But since there was no way we could remove this pan while the engine was in the car, we took the engine right out of the car, which Leo and Devin has done today, and brought it into the shop, took off the pan. We looked at the oil pump. The oil pump looks okay, so now we've got to go further into the engine to see why we're losing oil pressure. And here it is, 1958 Edsel Villager. And I believe it's an original Quebec car from La Bonte here in Quebec.
And it's definitely done up with a bit of surf cool right
Yeah,
now.
and then he's got a Massachusetts here. I don't know what, Bay State? That I'm not so sure of.
It's been all over. It's got a sticker from France
I
up
love
here.
all these decals around. And he's got a roof rack. And those days, I'm telling you, they sure used them. Let me tell you. This is something, eh?
Always something to see at Nick's garage.
Always, eh?
I've been working on the Charger so much. I haven't been here in so long.
So,
And, you know, it's like a refresh. Oh, it's like a whole new set of cars. It's like Hot Wheels when you open them up.
Hot Wheels, eh?
Different color, awesome.
You know what? I keep telling everybody, you know what's going to come through the door next. Come, let's take a look at the engine.
Nick,
It's right
just
here.
before we go, you got to show us quickly the shifter on this
Oh,
car.
yes. Come and see the transmission push button.
Once again, you're going to get a good look at this car on Monday.
Look at this. It's right here. Oliver, take a look at this. This is your transmission push button
Oh my God.
on the steering column.
You know, I can't understand how cars cost so much today, and they're all full of plastic and everything. Okay, I get a computer is expensive, but look at that. Could you imagine how much it would cost to make a car like that today?
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Enormous amount of money, let me tell you.
And all the chrome and bright work around that too.
And you want to see something? He's got the original tag to the car right here on the post.
Is this a Quebec car from Quebec?
I believe it is.
Wow,
I
even
believe it
rarer,
is.
Because of course we live in the what's known as the Rust Belt of America.
Yes.
Where all our cars like to rot away.
But, you know,
So you know, it's impressive to see something like this every once in a while.
yep. Oh, yeah. And, you know, this is the first time I got an Edsel in my shop. After so many years in business, this is the first one.
Look at that. First a U code, now an Edsel. What's next?
Who knows? We're going to see what comes in next week. In the meantime, I'm just going to take a tour. I also got another car that just came in, but I'm going to show in a few minutes. I've got a 440 stroke here to get delivered tomorrow. Belongs to Dan in Gananoque. He's waiting for the border to open up between Quebec and Ontario, so he can come and get it hopefully tomorrow. Then I've got the, I believe it's 406 FE motor that belongs to the Edsel. He's put a aftermarket late model electronic ignition, but after all, it is the original motor to the car. They had the intake manifold removed at one time, but right now what I got to go through is put it on an engine stand and go through it slowly to see why this thing has no oil pressure, practically nothing.
Apparently the E400 stands for the torque rating on this particular engine. So
Oh, okay, I did not know that. Thank
that's
you.
what I found out when I was reading.
You know, the views always give me good points. I got to give him credit for that.
Speaking of your viewers, Nick Mooseman McGee just threw $2 at you on a super chat. Thank you, Mooseman.
Thank you very much. Thank
I
you.
don't know if we're catching all the chats tonight, but we're doing our best. They're going by on my tiny little phone here. We're going to go and sit in front of the computer for a few minutes, but we're also going to do some dyno work tonight.
Yep.
Lots coming up.
Lots are coming up. Then I've got Paul's 440 ready for delivery tomorrow also. That's his carburetor in here. That's his engine. This one's ready for delivery.
Beautiful.
I've got Tyler from Gulf, Ontario.
Tyler from Guelph. We
That's
remembered
right.
this time.
Tyler, this is your motor. We stripped it. I finally got the pistons. I'm going to be showing to you in a couple of minutes. I'm just showing you the block is stripped down. Nothing major damage, except it's been 30 overbore, but the pistons are very loose, like 6,000 piston to wall clearance on cast pistons, which is a bit too much. But we're going to bore it out to 40 over, not 60, 40, because I try to keep it to a minimum. And we're going to take it from there. We're going to do a nice valve job. We're going to put a nice cam. We're going to try to get at least 1 horsepower per cubic inch. That's our goal on this Pontiac 389 that belongs to Tyler with a 66 GTO.
Nice. And another one of those beautiful shiny blue Pontiac paint jobs.
Yes, this one, yes, this is going to be that fancy metallic blue like it's known for the late 60s Pontiac.
Gorgeous.
I got Tim's car. I'm still waiting for the retainer to come in from Brewers. I hope I get it very soon. I've also got him his, since it's a 4-speed car, I got this from Mancini Racing. It's a rev limiter, also electronic ignition, which I'm going to install on this car.
Very smart.
I want to get that going. I also got him a battery cover with the red caps right here. You know, it's okay, you have a battery, but you know, when you buy an original battery that's Chrysler, it's very expensive. But you know what? It's just like my Kowalski Challenger. It's a battery from the auto parts, but you put on the cover, you make it look good, and it looks like it's original.
Isn't that a lot safer than the old lead acid too?
Yeah, you know, like some of the batteries, but they don't make them anymore with acid. They make them with a dry cell, you know. But they work, but they don't last as long from what I can see, from what I know. Anyways, that's that. Then Eugene, for your charge, if you're watching, I just received your aluminum water pump housing. right over here.
I saw Eugene's name in the chat earlier. I believe he is with us tonight.
Eugene, if you're watching, here's your housing. I just got it for you. I also bought another, here, another trim. I found on Kijiji, something like eBay in Canada. I thought this would be good. I took a chance at buying it. The guy told me it was pretty good. But you know what? It's not bad, but it's not perfect when we're going to go to the detail of extreme of your quality of the charger for your Charger 500. I've got him here, and I want to know if somebody could get him done for me, but nobody wants to touch it. I've got him here, and maybe I'm going to buy a reproduction set, but they're very, very expensive. But I really don't want to put a reproduction set. You know, I notice sometimes when you try to make it fit, they don't fit perfect. These are genuine. They're slightly pitted. They're not perfect, but I'm going to look into it. I don't know what to do yet. On the one on the driver's side, it doesn't look too bad at all. But the passenger side is the one I do not like. And the one I received is also a passenger side, but it's in the same poor shape as the one on the car. You see? They're both pitted the same way. If you look over here.
I hope this shows up on the live show camera. But
anyways, I'm going to keep looking into this. I'm not giving up on it yet. There
Nick,
we go.
if you don't mind me interrupting for a bit, we got a few super chats I got to catch up on.
Go ahead.
Let me just make sure I press the right button here.
Typical Friday night here, right?
Yeah, it's busy. I hope everybody can hear us.
You know that summer's coming around the corner, so you can see a live, my shop. Anyways, you know, if it was not a pandemic, it would be a full house here, but I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Go ahead.
The first chat that I missed that came in from Louis Larson. He just wants to say he's your #1 fan.
Thank you, Louis.
Thank you very much.
Louis.
Appreciate you watching.
Thank you.
Then the next one we missed, I got 4 to tell you, Nick. There's Mike J. Says, happy Friday.
Thank you, Mike.
Finally, a summer at your shop. Time for some Vanishing Point drive time in the 70 RT.
By the way, I was hoping to take my car out of storage yesterday or today, but you know, in the forecast, they keep saying there's going to be rain yesterday. We had some rain with some heavy winds. Then we said we're going to do it tonight, but I wanted to do the live show. Again, it's raining outside lightly. And hopefully tomorrow, I take out my Kawasaki Challenger. I do want to bring it to my shop. I want to take it out of storage. We are going to make a video when I go pick it up. Can't wait to do that. Hopefully it's a beautiful day tomorrow, so I can bring it here. So a lot of my clients that walk in here want to see this car, and I can't wait to show it to them.
We want to see it back in the shop, Nick, that's for sure.
That's right.
Then there were a couple more I missed here. Hammerhead Garage sent you $5. He said, hey, Nick and George and crew, enjoy the nice weather. Cheers from Sean.
Hammerhead Garage. He's got a YouTube channel too. Good for him.
There was another one that was in there, but while we were talking, it disappeared. Dear, oh dear. There was another $5. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. Whoever you were, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I know
they go fast, and I've just got a little phone screen here.
What was another thing? I've got Tony's Yanko Camaro here from Toronto. I've got another set of cylinder heads to work on. He's got the...
Melissa's got the name for us.
Okay.
It's Deuce Coupe with 5 pounds.
Deuce Coupe again.
He says he loves the 50s and 60s station wagons, especially the Mopars. What's your favorite wagon?
Wow.
What's your favorite wagon? Wow.
One of my favorite wagon, I remember back in the 70s, was a Fury station wagon. And you know, I remember the guy opened, it was down the street from when my parents, where I lived then. The guy opened the tailgate that slid in, and he took a piece of sheetrock, 4x8. He just slid it in flat, closed the door. And you know, all GM, Ford, Chrysler products made that space for that type of sheetrock. And you know what? You don't find a station wagon today that can fit something 4x8 to fit in the back seat, let me tell you.
That's for sure.
Just on a wagon, station wagon, I should say.
I'm due for a new used car soon, and I'm looking for a wagon, but the only one out there is a Toyota
George,
Venza.
You need a station wagon. With the equipment you carry to come here and make videos in our shop, you need a station wagon or a minivan. But then again, you don't want a minivan.
Nick, I can't bring a minivan to your shop.
Ah.
They'd throw rocks at me.
It's all good. It's all good. I've also got Yanko here, 69 Tony. We're working on a real 427. He brought me in another set of heads last week. Another one's, what do you call it, L88 aluminum big block, which we're going to start working on already, which I did already. I'm going to show you later on in the, we have to get the CCs balanced. We've got to do a valve job on them. Anyways, that's going to be another thing that we started. I've ordered in new pistons and rods. I'm waiting for that to come in so I can start rebalancing the crank and so forth. And I've got another engine I've torn apart on the Ford Stroker. Was it a Ford 36, was it? on that Ford Maverick 71.
438,
438 was it?
I think it was 438.
Whatever. And it was just stroked off 430 something cubic inch.
which we're going to see coming out of the car on Monday's video.
That's right. You guys stay tuned for Mondays. We took out the engine from that 71 Maverick, which was a solid race car.
Yeah,
And
that's for
apparently the owner told me that it used to be a grabber, which is a real muscle car in the first place. Grabber Maverick. That's a
Nice.
muscle car, you guys.
Dustin Pickerel sent you $5, Nick, and says hello from Arizona.
Thank you, Dustin from Arizona. Thank you very
Nice.
much.
Plenty.
And here's the internals. Here's the engine we took out of the Maverick. And this is a full race engine, you guys. Don't look at it now.
That car was so beautifully put together.
Oh, it's a solid race car. You know, I was told just to change the rings, the bearings, the valve springs, retainers, the locks. Why? Because this thing revs up to a 7,500 RPMs. He's also want me to replace the transmission.
Yeah, that's the real deal right there.
It is.
And the
also,
transmission.
he's also brought me another transmission. Take out this bell housing, put it on this. So he's got a lot of backup parts in his house for this car. After all, you know, you go racing and you want to break down, you want to get back in the next weekend and go racing again.
Very, very cool.
And if anybody's asking, what do I got up here? It's a 1974 Dodge Challenger. It belongs to Bill, a local Quebecer here in South Shore. He's finally got it fully restored, but he's got a few tricks in it. He's covered down a few conversions, but I'm not going to bring it down. He's putting in, he's got a full 40 in it right now, but we are going to put in a 6-pack in it. It is an automatic car. He's got dual exhaust with headers. He's got quite a few stuff in there, let me tell you. He's got a rear sway bar, frame connectors, and a lot of little details to go through. So that's another car we're going to work on with a 2-page list.
Let's take a peek underneath. It's really clean under there.
Yeah, take a look. Anyways, I just look over here.
Look at this. It looks showroom fresh.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And look what I've got here. This is a client from another shop. It is a 3D3. I believe it comes from a 67 Charger. Someone else built this engine. All they want to do is put on the dynamometer next week so they can go through it to make sure everything goes good. So this is just an engine, just throw on the dyno. Then I've got Tony's big block 427 right here, which is the next project I got to work on, which I'm waiting for some internals.
Boom.
Then I've got Julian with a 455 Pontiac right here. It just came in from the machine shop also. This one has to be assembled. We got to go through a nice wash on all these engines right now before we start assembling in the engine room.
Hope you're watching, Julian, and thanks for all the delicious treats every time you come to the shop.
That's right. He brings all kinds of treats, pizzas, and everything you want to know. Coffees and all. So this one's going to go underway. We'll go for a good wash. This one. And I want to show you the pistons that came in for Tyler, the 389 Pontiac GTO motor. Here they are.
Shiny
GTO.
new parts, guys.
There it is. Here we go. You know, the pistons are so beautiful. And then again, you put them in an engine, don't even see them.
They should send you 7, or sorry,
There
they
they
should
are.
send you 9 so you can put one on your
That's
desktop.
true, eh? You should send us an extra one.
I'm thinking 6 because I
That's
drive a
going to
6.
be beautiful pistons. Look at that, eh? Beautiful. 40 oversize.
Gorgeous.
They're going to be nice. They're going to do the job. I've used a lot of these pistons. They work fine for me. It's perfect. Okay, what else do we got?
Well, we got a dyno test coming up. That's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be fun.
let's get. You know what? I want to say something. Let's go back in the dining room.
That's what we were promising folks tonight.
Yeah. You know,
Look at that.
a lot of people say I got a great job. Everything goes great, nice, but not always. Sometimes, you know, like this customer of mine, or it's a friend of mine, his name is Mark. He brought in this 446 pack. We made a few tests in the past, and we got 390 horsepower. But, you know, he was looking for something like 425, 440. So all we've done here is replace the camshaft. I put in a Voodoo cam, Lunati cam, with a set of valve springs, double valve springs, so I make sure I don't have any valve flow. And then I also install a set of headers. So, you know, things you think people say, you know what, it's a glamorous job. But no, you know what, I was here last night till 9 o'clock, just before I could get home for curfew. And you know what, things were not going right. I'm just gonna start her up, let you guys hear it. You know, like I was expecting 425, 430 horsepower. But you know what, I'm gonna run it, and you guys tell me what you think. And let me tell you, don't ask me to go for 5,000 RPM because this thing is not going to go for 5,000 RPM. We're going to stop it at 5 grand. And let's see what it does. So I'm going to get it running. I want you to see, you want to hear it, you guys. You're going to check the oil pressure. I've installed the valve springs on 1.850, which is 125 pounds on the seat. It's got 320 open pressure, or 315, 320, and everything should be good. Factory rockers, factory push rods, factory intake with a 6-pack. So, flat top, pistons, nothing special, and let's see, let's get it running. Let's hear it.
Looks like Mark's got himself a sandwich there, and he's going to be watching the test.
By the way, this engine belongs to Mark, which is this engine.
Thanks for letting us show this, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark.
Hope it doesn't blow up.
Okay.
Amen. And if
This-
it does, I hope it's on camera.
You know, this is great. You know, it's very rare you have a, it's very rare you have a client that tells you, no, Nick, if it blows up, it blows up.
It blows up.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's not a matching motor anyway. So you know what? Let's get it going.
Yeah.
Let's rev it. Let's make a test up to 5 grand. Then we're gonna make a test after 5,000 RPM. See how it goes.
Two
What do you,
runs.
Mark?
Two runs.
Melissa is
Perfect. 2 runs.
Is that okay with you, Mark?
Yeah. Perfect.
So we're gonna do this. So
Okay, good.
I'm gonna get it.
one important thing. Melissa just warned everybody, loud sound warning coming up. Those of you using headphones, apologies in advance. We hope
Yes.
our microphones can deal with this, but this is one loud engine.
And I hope it doesn't disturb. I hope it doesn't disturb our audio. I'm gonna get it started.
Here
Give it
comes.
give it a few minutes to warm up.
You have been warned.
Okay. we're gonna take it out to here. We're gonna go from 3,000 to 5,100 RPM and watch how it goes. Okay, here we go.
Should be good.
All right. Are we ready?
Ready when you are, sir.
I'm ready.
Sounds good.
Mark, you ready?
Yeah. Let her rip. There's that thing again, Dick.
See, that was 5,100 RPM.
Just a sec here. Poor little machine's dying. There we go. Sorry.
I
That was
think
too loud for the camera.
the sound in this room is chaos. Anyways, here we go. You see, that was 5,100 RPM. Everything went good, right? Look at the chart, you guys. Look at this chart.
Bill Jameson, thank you for your $10. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bill. This is what I want to show. Check it out. Okay? This is at 5,100 RPM. Now, we're going to make another test to 54 and see what happens. Watch this.
You're still smiling, Mark?
Yeah, more money in the bank. Let's do it. More money in the bank.
Oh, dear.
Next, Mr. 440, do it.
Okay, now we're going to go to 5,400 RPM. Here, let me just keep it simple. You see, it went very smooth until 5,100 RPM. Don't forget, you guys. Now we got double springs on this cam. It's not a crazy radical cam. Like I said, it's a Lunati cam. The profile is a little bit bigger than a Magnum cam or 6x cam. And we've got double springs on it. They're set exactly the way Lunati cams told me. And I'm going to make a test now at 5,400 RPMs. And if you guys take a good look what's going to happen and look through the carburetors when I put this to at a high RPM.
I'm not going in there to look through the
No.
carburetors. They're going to have to
You're gonna-
imagine that.
George, you're going to put the camera right above the carbs and you're going to see what's going on.
I don't think so, because I have to hold this camera. Sorry, Nick.
Okay, listen. And if you guys missed that, we're gonna look at it on the graph, okay?
Yeah, I feel
Here it
much
is.
safer that way, if you don't mind.
Everybody's on the graph. It's nice and smooth, right?
We'll hear it.
Okay, here it is. So we saw this, right?
Sorry, guys. I'm not stepping in there with this one.
George, you got this, eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna put the fan back on.
Just trying to explain my self-preservation efforts here.
George, put the fan on. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna go to 5,400 RPM. Here we go. You ready, Mark?
Yeah, let her roll.
Okay,
buddy.
watch this.
Let her roll.
Don't you love this?
Yeah. Same thing.
Something went wrong with
Yeah,
the.
you're
You gotta be kidding me, right?
RPM.
You gotta be kidding me. It shut down. Oh, you see that? I can't believe this.
The last one made my camera go crazy. This one made your machine go crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Nothing happened with it. But it still did the same thing. So.
It did, yeah. You know what? Ah, look, it went down. It went berserk. Look. Look. That's not good.
Yeah.
This is not good. This is gone berserk.
I'm gonna have to restart it, Nick.
Oh, come on.
But I think people heard what was going on there. You can describe the sound.
Yeah, you see, I wanted to show the graph to how it jumps,
Ah, we
how
went-
it drops. I can't believe this.
Nick, this motor is.
I know for some funny
yeah,
reason.
it's
For some
there,
funny.
Now it's smoking.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. That's the valve. That's because I've removed the valve cover quite a few times to check out the valve spring pressure. We shimmed it. We wanted to make sure we got the right pressure. And for some reason, even with the right spring pressure, when I get up to 5,300 RPMs, it just seems to have valve float and it just misfires. So here it is. Now I got to gamble next week. What's the problem with this? I've got the springs right with this cam setup. It just doesn't want to work. You know, this engine should rev easy 56, 5700 RPM. And at 52, 5300 RPM, I have a hard time. But we're going to look into it. Mark, sorry it didn't work out for you.
No problem.
And,
It's in good hands. So
so we're going to start looking at it next week and we'll tear it down.
The viewers' guesses are everything from blame it on the Russians to a dropped valve. All the internet experts are chiming in there.
It is. You know, I gotta say something. I was here last night till 9 o'clock playing with this. I've said that earlier, I guess. I don't want to repeat myself, but I try to fix. I also shim the valve springs. I try to cheat on the spring pressure, and it is a flat tapping hydraulic. I've done many 440s with this issue, and I've done a lot of 440s with this cam setup, and I never had a problem till 6,000
My
RPM.
pot's too big, so.
There it is.
Yeah, he gave me a nice t-shirt.
That's one of our viewers that sent them to us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've got a few of them. Anyways,
Okay.
so for some reason, you know, I've used this cam and springs in many applications. I didn't have any issues. But lucky Mark here, on his engine, we did not build this engine. All we did was change the valve springs, install the cam and headers, and look, voila, we got problems.
Would the cam being off a tooth do that, Nick?
You
Somebody's
know what?
asking.
No, I even checked the degree in the cam. It's about 2 degrees retarded with the chain that we have on. I did that last night. But then again, 2 degrees off the intake center line should not do this at all. Should not. It should not. And, you know, we even, the block was not decked. I also had the rocker shafts shim, just in case I had the hydraulic lifters anti-pump up. But no, that didn't change either. So nothing changed. And so what our job is to do is tear down this cylinder heads and see what's going on with the valve springs. For some reason, I don't know why. We checked for lobe wears, any of that, nothing whatsoever.
Let's go have another look at that beautiful thing.
Let's go. You know, I've put a lot of time into it. I told Mark, it's not on the clock, don't worry about it, let me look into it. I had these valve covers removed a few times, and just before that, I had to set another set of valve springs on it. And you know what, I didn't find the problem yet.
Yes, you heard that right, guys. He told Mark it's not on the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear a siren pulling away?
You know, there's going to be some R&D on this engine right now because I'm going to tear it down to see what's going on because it doesn't make any sense to have valve flow. This is what it looks like. You can see the air and the fuel coming out of the carburetors just when we hit above 5,100 RPM. At 5,100 RPM, we had no issues whatsoever. When I set it at 54, did you notice that, Mark?
Yeah.
It was popping right through the carburetors.
Popping, so.
And you know, I got the right spring pressure, and for some reason, why is it not working? I don't know. And you know, I had another engine that did the same thing. I shimmed it with a 30 thou shim on the valve springs. The problem was gone. And I stayed here last night. I brought the spring. I stayed here last night. I brought the spring pressure higher, and again, did not change anything. So this is going to be a challenge. Leo, thank you for the week, and have a good weekend.
Take care, guys.
Adios, Leo. Drive safe.
All right, take care.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good
See you
weekend.
guys.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yep.
So Mark,
Nick, take it off the dyno and do your thing.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'm going to look into it. I'm going to stay tomorrow night. I'm going to work on it. It doesn't make any sense to pop like that. It doesn't make any sense.
He's not
You
giving
know,
up.
we've also changed ignition. We went from dual points, which ran okay. We changed coils. I changed spark plug wires. I degreed in the wheel, degreed the cam to be sure. And for some reason, nothing changed. I changed the wiring, the Schubert, the ignition box, the ignition coil. It didn't change anything. Back to back, all the same, all the same.
Do your thing.
Even, you know what surprised me the most is I also shimmed the springs to get them stronger. I added another practically 20 pounds. I don't want to go too far, but you don't want to wear out the cam. And still made no difference. So, what's really causing this problem? Does anybody know?
Nick is stumped
Yeah.
with a 440. I never thought I'd live to see it.
And you know, we didn't rev it. We already took it at 52, 5,300 RPMs. It's not normal, man. That's not normal. You know, it should have went at 55 very easily. Anyways, you know what? We're gonna
Take it
find out.
apart.
I'm gonna take
Take it apart.
I'm gonna take it apart and look into it and see what's going on.
There we go.
In the meantime, this is what I go through in my shop during the week. Some days are great, some days are a pain in the ass. And let me tell you, I was on this engine all day yesterday till last night.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You know why? Because I want to get this engine to run. You know, Mark came in. Hey, give me some power. Change the cam. Put some headers. And what do we get?
There we go.
We got popcorn coming out of the carburetors at
There we go.
above 5,100 RPM.
Something just occurred to me though.
Go ahead.
You know how every group of friends has that one guy who just likes to bust balls?
Yes.
Mark is that guy in this group of friends. Do you think maybe he did this just to bust your balls, Nick?
I will bust his balls, but he deserves what he
No,
gets.
Mark's a good man.
Hey,
He's also,
Step
he's also
up to the plate with him, so.
Mark, you've always been a great guy with me anyways.
And he's
Amen.
a 446 pack guy. He's a doctor of 446 packs.
He's gonna find it.
He's the guy.
And you know, I've done a lot of six packs.
I know
Nothing gave me a problem like this one here.
Serious?
Yeah, I mean, I'm confused.
You
It
take
doesn't
the
make
prize.
any sense.
No, but you should.
And you know, it's very rare I use a double spring on a dollar cam. Not often.
Because you didn't build the whole motor, so you don't know.
You know what? I'll look
You
into
know?
it. I'm
But
gonna
take
look.
it apart, Nick.
You know, I put a new timing chain. I degreed in the cam.
Yeah,
The push rods are the right length. The spring pressure's there.
yeah.
I just can't get it. We did a nice valve job, and that's it. And it doesn't make any sense. Like I've done a lot of 440s. I had no issues until this one here.
Few
And I-
people are guessing bad gas, but it's the same gas from
No,
the same supplier you always use.
I bought fresh fuel this morning. I just can't figure it out. I played with different timing, different distributors. I changed everything.
Change the lifters is another guess
No,
I've
we
seen a few
haven't- we
of.
have not gone to lifters yet. I also played with the preload. I changed spark plugs. Still the same thing.
Nick, 6-pack motors are.
You know, sometimes, you know, I play with a lot of six packs and they're not really a pain. You know, they're not a pain. I can fix them. I played timing from 30 to 40 degrees. Made no change. It still made that flopping at 52 and above RPM.
I still can't believe you wanted me to stand next to it and hold this camera over here at 5,200 RPM.
You know?
When
And
we
you know-
see that shot on the cut shows,
and-
there's a camera in here, but I'm not in
And
here.
you saw the six pack open up, eh?
Yes, sir.
If everybody wanted to know how a six pack works,
Oh, yeah.
this is how it happens. When you're driving the car, this is what you're playing with. The two barrels in the middle. Here, full throttle, you're still on two barrels. Then when the vacuum builds up, this vacuum diaphragm's on the other side, controlled by the center carb. When full vacuum, when the engine demands more carburation, look at the link. It looks up both 4 barrels at the same time. You see it? Look at that. There you go. You go like this, opens up. So you got a 2 barrel and a 6 pack. You don't have 2, 4, 6. You got 2 and 6 barrels. And then when you let go of the gas, look at this. It shuts your secondaries. There you go.
Love that linkage.
That's right. So this is how a 6 pack works.
Very cool.
It is real cool, man. This is one. And you know, Dodge is known for the 6 pack, 6 barrel setup. This is it. Vacuum secondaries, 1 pump, only in the center.
Well, at least Mark's got a spare Hellcat, so he'll be able to get home tonight.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So in the meantime, while I play around with your 1970 Challenger 6-pack 4-speed car, you go drive around your Hellcat
Yeah.
for the moment.
Yeah.
And
no problem, Nick.
let me just put some more time into this, okay?
Perfect. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us see it, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And thanks for letting us show it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It is Friday night here at live from Nick's Garage. This is what we do. And you know, we got a curfew, but still, you know what? If it wasn't for the curfew, I'd stay all night play with this.
I believe that.
All right. Anyways, how much time do we got left? Do we have time for answer some chats?
We've been going for 48 minutes, yeah, so if you want to do a couple
I've-
of 10
I've
minutes
got
of
a-
chats at the end there.
Yeah, I've got a couple questions from Patreons. I want to go and answer them right now if I can.
Beautiful. Get your questions ready, folks.
Okay, let me just shut down here. Give me a second. I want to
Yep,
shut
make sure the
down,
water's turned off so
a
we're
few
not paying.
things. I do not want to forget.
Here we go.
There we go. Shut
the
this,
water,
shut that,
the
shut
power.
that. Okay. I'm going to shut the computer. The computer, for some reason, the computer went berserk. But
Yeah.
anyways, that was not the part. The part I wanted to show is when, did you get it, George? When they
I was looking through the window with them. I don't know how much the phone picked up.
You
but
know what? When we watch the video later on, we're
To
gonna
me,
see.
it's all in what I'm hearing.
You can hear it
You
too.
can hear it break up.
Okay. So anyways, let's go in the chat room and see if I can answer some questions.
Bye-bye, six pack.
Here it is. True Blue 6-pack, you guys.
Beautiful. Hey, there's Roadrunner James with a couple of bucks saying Route 66 just ordered you guys a pizza.
And that's one tour I want to make is a Route 66. All
Sounds
right.
like there's some pizza coming our way, courtesy of somebody named Route
It's true,
66.
man. I can't wait to get pizza later on.
It's
All
on
right.
the way, apparently.
Here we go. Thanks to our new Patreon team members. We have a new guys on board. And the first question is from Troy. Nick, this is Troy. This is Troy from Vegas. Long time follower. Owned e-body since 1972. All have been a 1970 Challenger. Wow. I've owned Challengers since I was 17, 18 years old, since 1974 when I bought my first 70 Challenger with a 383 RT car. Look at it. Yeah, okay, and look at this. Yeah, there were 440s and a 1971 factory shaker CUDA. I've owned a 71 Hemi CUDA with a shaker for 27 years with my brother. So we have something in common here. Challengers and CUDAs. Yes, I've owned e-bodies all my life also. He's cleaning out his garage. I forgot I have a set of 446 pack rods. If you ever need them, I will gladly send them to you. Love your show. You always keep it real. Troy. Troy, send them to me. I'll buy them off you and I'll pay the shipping. I don't mind. I'll keep them spares because, you know, they don't make them anymore. So, Troy, send them to me. Let me know how much it is and I'll buy them off you. Thank you very much.
What a kind offer.
Then we got Donnie. Donnie, here we go. After watching the 446-pack dyno test and hearing your Lucas Oil review, I have a question. My 98 LS1 Z28 with 6-speed manual has just under 100,000 miles. For the past 20,000 miles, I've been running Mobil 1 synthetic oil. Will I benefit from running Lucas, or will I possibly damage the engine? I'm the second owner of this car and will go to my son in 5 years or so. Well, I don't see any damage happening to the engine with the Lucas oil. I've used it. It's pretty good stuff. But I know GM recommends Mobil 1 on the LS1. So, I don't know. I don't think you'll damage anything. But you know what? If you stay with Mobil 1, can't go wrong. So, if you're going to do any damage, I don't think so.
Nick, I'm just going to close the front door. I'll be right back.
And here's another question. This is from YouTubers. Okay, Brian, can you make a 310 fit into a 93 Eagle Talon? That would be a hell of fun. Hell of a fun. You know what? I never tried a 318 to fit into an Eagle Talon. I've never tried it, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know if they fabricate anything of that for that type of engine, for that type of car. I have no idea. But that would be fun, but a lot of work and stress. And for what? I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Anyways. Here's another one from Stefan. Nick, I'm from Poland. I have a 318 Magnum engine mounted on a Jeep GC ZJ. Which intake manifold carburetor should I use to get 300 to 320 horsepower? My budget is limited. I am asking for tips and specific solution. Well, first of all, this is what you would do. First of all, you want to get a manifold carburetor. Get a Duplane high-rise manifold from Elderblock. Get a nice 650 carburetor. Shave the heads. Do a good valve job, and you'll get something. You know, you want to be within a budget. I don't know your budget. Do a clean valve job. Do a bowl area work inside the cylinder heads. And like I said, Duplane intake, 650 carburetor, shave the heads, get some more compression, pour them out, and you should be there. And there you have it. And then it's another one. Bruno, the car is coming along just fine. I noticed the trunk had 2 rails. Are those the rails for mounting the rear wing for the Daytona? Take care. Daytona. We're talking about the trunk lid at Rogers Showtime Muscle Cars body shop, which we had viewed the trunk lid. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And the 2 rails, the 2 rails that are on the trunk lid were put on there by Creative Industries when they designed the Daytona and the Charger 500 because they had to shorten the trunk to put in the back window. So for some reason they had to find a new way because they cut the trunk about 4 or 5 inches to make it shorter, and then had to hook up the extended hinges they made to put them back on the trunk lid. So that part was cut out, so I had to find a way to bolt on the hinges to the trunk lid. So what they did is they welded 2 rails, and then they made the hinges designed to sit on those 2 rails to make the trunk operate, open and close.
And weren't you telling me the wing on a Daytona doesn't even attach to the trunk? It's more on the
wing. Yes, if you're talking about a Daytona 500, the wings are on the quarter panel. Yes, if you open the trunk, not on the trunk lid, it's reinforced on the quarter panels to the floor pan inside the trunk.
There's Sean Dunford with $5 Australian dollars.
Did you get Tim Hortons yesterday? No, I did not. I know, I got that on a comment. I read it.
What's that?
No, we're supposed to have Tim Hortons get torrents yesterday.
Somebody was sending you Tim Hortons from Australia?
Sean made an order through Tim Hortons here in Laval to be shipped to my shop yesterday.
Holy smokes.
And Sean, I'm sorry I did not get them, but I don't know what happened.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I looked into it yesterday with my wife because we were on the internet and comments, and it came up and I saw it.
Oh.
And then I told my wife I didn't get any donuts or Tim Hortons there.
Sean,
Maybe
call him back
Uber-
and get your money back.
Maybe when they were delivered by Uber, the guy took them home and took them on his own. Who
Somebody
knows?
got some Tims.
Sean, don't worry about it. Thank you very much, anyways, for your kind offer.
We appreciate the thought.
That's Sean from Australia.
Yep, even though he's been saying nasty things about my beard in the comments, but that's okay. I'll let it slide. I'll
Here
let
we
it
got
slide.
Eric Miller. Hi, Nick. My 4150, 750 double pump was running great. I went for a drive and floored it. The engine has no power and it stumbles during acceleration. Any ideas? Well, you got to look at the accelerator pump. Make sure it's shooting fuel. Make sure your shooters are working. You might need bigger shooters, smaller shooters. You got to make sure the accelerator pump, is the timing in the right place. That's all. You have, the thing is, it's all in the acceleration system. So check when you press the gas pedal. Just have it in park. Turn off the engine. Press on it. See if the shooters are shooting fuel. Maybe it's a double pumper. Check it is a double pumper. Check if the back is shooting fuel because it's the mechanical secondaries. When they open up, they need a lot of fuel. So you got to make sure those shooters are working, okay?
Years ago, Nick, I doubt you remember, but you solved the exact same problem on my straight six that had a faulty accelerator
the
pump.
accelerator pump wasn't working, so we changed the diaphragm, and then we got it
It
working.
was like a new car overnight.
Yeah, it's a
Beautiful.
very simple fix anyways, you know? Okay, here we go. Here we got to catch up. Nick, thank you for the stickers and letter. Oh, Scott Kovacs, thank you, eh?
I'm glad you got him.
I sent it to him last week.
Very nice.
Okay, here we go. Dodge, D-O-G-E. Mopar Mitch. I love Tim Hortons, donuts, and coffee. My favorite when I'm in Canada. Yeah, I love them too. Bob Young, Nick's mic went out. We did? When?
Oh, let me check you here, Nick. Excuse my arm,
It's
everybody.
on. It's on.
We got him on.
No, it's on. Leave it on this way. Okay. Move right on. Power's on.
I'll put mine down in front of you too as a spare.
Christos Christoui. Yasu Nico que pareja. Yasu Nico que pareja. Hello from Greece. That's from Christos. Yasu Christo Tikanis. Yasu Stinalada. When I'm saying hi to Chris in Greece. Christos Christou. Wow. Yasu Nico. It means hello, Nick. Yasu, hello. Nico. Daniel Bedell. Hello there. Tom Otang. Distrib Advanced? Could be. You can look into that. Vasilis Katsaras. Nico, are we working Monday? Why? What's Monday?
Oh, is there a holiday coming up? Oh,
I don't know. What's Monday there, Vasily? Let me know. What is it?
Should have talked about this before he left.
Well, I could call him. What's Monday anyways?
Nico.
Vasily, I'll let you know, man.
Isn't it, it's Victoria Day or something coming up?
I don't know. Is it a holiday? I'll check my
Fit me
calendar.
around.
I'll check it out. That calendar's old over there. It shows April. It should be May.
Whoops.
Change it over, George, please. Yeah, you guys, gee, Nick, here it is, Curious Yellow Curfew. What the heck is that? Tell them to, oh boy. Car guy, Nick, does your dyno have a built-in rev limiter? Nope, I checked into that. I looked into that right away. It sounds like a rev limiter. No, it's not. I haven't touched any of that. This is something that's really fascinating me because I can't figure this out, man. I can't believe it, man. Anyways, no, it doesn't have a rev limiter.
I still partially suspect Mark.
I'm sure that's Sheldon.
Such a joker.
Yeah, Sheldon from, I believe it is Saskatchewan. Let me see. Anyways, doesn't matter. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Jimmy Jam from Vegas. Hey. Here is Jason Rock. Hi, Nick and George. Thank you, George. Send a picture to Luke. Okay, nice. Here, Roy Marco's Garage, RMG. Another excellent live, Nick and George. Enjoy and Tim's. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Roy. Sorry, it was next week. Vasily, next week. Okay, what's the holiday for next week anyways? Anyways, don't worry, Vasily. Okay, no problem.
I work 7 days a week.
Donald's $2. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. What do you mean you're late? No excuse to be late, buddy.
Oh, you missed a big one tonight, Dano. You gotta back up and watch the rest.
Anyways, the video stays on our channel, so you guys can watch it anytime you wish. Bill Johnson, hi, Nick. Finally, nice here in Mini. Wow. Here, we're getting rain. I hope it's a nice day tomorrow, George. I want to pull out my Kowalski Challenge out of storage and bring it to my shop and show it off and show it to you viewers also.
Yes, sir.
Stan, Nick, is the Corvette running good? Stan, I got it running. The only thing I've not done yet. Hey, Stan is watching. That's my insurance guy.
Nice.
Stan, we haven't done the choke yet, but if you want, come by tomorrow. But I did not install the choke. We did everything else but that. Anyways, it's running good. Come by. Roy Mark's Garage. Donald's $2. Better late than ever. That's true. Okay, John Thiel. Hi, Nick from Indiana. And Mexican Spec. Did you move tax day? I don't know. You remember that? I don't know anything about that.
We have a slightly different tax day than the Americans do.
Jack Greens, this is Jack Fleming fan. Greetings, Nick and George from West Virginia. Have you had your Kawasaki Challenger out yet? I'm planning to take it out tomorrow. Hopefully, if the weather's great. Here, Donald Williams, great show. Watching from Minneapolis. Yes, sir. Jason Rock, next weekend is a long weekend in Quebec. Okay, so it is a holiday.
Next week.
Next week. Oh, it says Saint Jean Baptiste.
There you go.
Okay, now we know what we're talking about. I forgot about that.
And it's against the law to work on Saint Jean, according to the.
You know what? I'm
man.
going to be here alone in my shop working on cars, and my staff will be off.
There you go. He doesn't mean that anybody. He'll be at home celebrating Saint Jean, of course.
Here's Francois. Told you, Nick, you need a ride with that car. I sure do, man. Can you please open the shop in Mexico so I can send my Fury to you? Okay, open up a shop in Mexico. That'll be hard for me to do that, Mexican spec.
There's Route 66 again. Route 666. I think that might be Devon.
Where?
Under Route 666.
3 pizzas. Yeah, we get a lot of pizzas here, man. Okay.
Oh, nobody's at the door yet.
Tight valve guides can cause flow. We didn't do the valve guides. No, we didn't do the valve guides. They were pretty loose. I remember that, Golem.
Nick, we just passed 1 hour, just to let you know.
And let me see now. I lost Nick's mic. Did we lose it?
Go on.
It's got the light on it. I'm going to put both mics on you.
Okay, put them both on. I'm just going to say a few more words.
There you go. Nick's now wearing all the mics.
Stan, thank you very much, Stan. Thank you. Roadrunner James, what's the difference between a regular 3.3 and a 3.3 high performance? Well, what has it got? Maybe the carburetor and the camshaft. That's about it. Same heads, same block. I believe the same pistons. It might be a different height in the deck. That's about it. Here it is. Thank you all guys who put this show together. Norman Mail. Thank you, Norman. Thank you.
Norman.
Michael 72. Nice move, George. Hey, see that?
That work?
Good shot. That is better. Oh, you kidding me? Don't tell me I had no sound. Anyways, we got
the whole time they've been answering your questions. So.
Nick in stereo. Server night. Thank you, man. Dean Johnson. Worn cam lobe from the improper break-in. You know what? We had the valve covers off the other day. And we cranked it over. We saw every rocker going up to the maximum lift on all of them. You know what? We done a few tests after that, but you know what? We're going to tear it down. We're going to take off the cylinder heads and look at everything. And we're going to look at the lifters, look at the cam, and anything's possible. You know, you could be right. And then after all, every time I start an engine, I always start at first shot with the right oil, zinc, and everything, and that shouldn't have happened. Yasu Nick from Ken Heta. Thank you. Thank you. Roadrunner James, thanks. James Emmer Necker, Sr. Greetings from the Patriots of Perrysburg, Ohio. Thank you, sir. David Conley, hello, friend from West Virginia. How about the power valves in the carbs? We only got one power valve in the center carb, not the outboards. I'm going to look at that, but you know what? I don't use the carburetors. Luke 33 update. Okay, you want to see Luke?
Hey,
Luke 3. It's right here. I want to show you something.
That's a nice way to sign off.
Here we go. I got Voodoo Cam in there. I've got his pistons in there. I've got the timing chain in there, the crank, pistons, rods. The block is decked to 0. I've got the oil pan, oil pump. I put back the same pump, put a new timing chain, cam. I've got the lifters. Here's your cylinder heads. I had the valve seats done. I had them plain so you could get more compression ratio out of it. We are aiming over 400 horsepower on this 383, so let's do our best. So Luke, if you're watching from Coastal Auto Reaction, there's your update.
Wow, you've been moving fast on this engine, Nick.
And here it is, a Lunati cam. I mean, you know, I like to put on the dyno, but I want to do the valve job first. I want to do some bowl area too with it at the same time. So Luke, just give me a couple more weeks. You should have it on the dyno by then. And I'm going to go with the same intake manifold, the single plane intake aluminum that you have, and see how it goes. We're going to put it on the dyno and blast it. I also put back your same oil pump that you wanted, your high volume milling pump. That's on there. And after that, we're ready to go. I've also checked the oil pump, lines up with the block very good. So I had no trimming to do over there.
That's going to be one beastly 383.
Okay, Route 66 must still be winter up there. My feet is freezing. No, it's not bad. Today was one of the warmest days we had so far this year, I should say. And of course, it's raining lightly outside, but what can you do?
I find it quite warm today. I'm sweating like a pig.
You know what? I still have 2 shirts on, you know. You know I love the heat. I don't know what to tell you guys. Rob Wilson, hey Nick, do you think a roller cam is worth the money for horsepower? Well, it depends how much horsepower you want. You know, roller cam is good. More expensive. It's a lot more expensive. So it depends how much more horsepower you want. Glenn, can I hook nitrous oxide to my 2-cycle? Can you? I don't know about that. I'm not so sure. I haven't done nitrous for a long time, so the 2-cycle might not work. Good luck. Don't blame me if you break it. Hey, Eugene Castles. Hi, Nick. George, maybe you'll get the charger next week. It's possible.
Oh, fingers crossed, Eugene.
It's possible. I just told Roger during the week that when you start shooting the first coat of yellow paint, I want to be there with George. I want to put the camera on the paint gun. And when that first coat of yellow shot on, George and I want to catch it and put it on the world to see it, because a lot of people are watching and standing by on your charger, Eugene.
Looks like Roger's out having fun with his fire engine.
Yeah, he just left with the fire engine, yeah. Mac Frank, can you run nitrous on anything? Yes, you can. Scott Kovacs, it's 75 in Ohio. 75 degrees in Ohio.
Wow.
Okay. Melissa, you have your own page? Oh, does Melissa have her own page? Anyways, someone's asking.
I don't think she does.
Sean Dunford, when will we see a turbo, Nick? I don't know. We haven't have no turbos lately. I was supposed to build a V6 turbo engine last year, but it's out of the my customer's budget. So he's parked it for now. It comes from a 86 Grand National Buick V6 3.8. But in the meantime, we parked it.
Is that the one we saw in pieces?
That's right. Candle Short, Nick, bring your Kawasaki Detroit Woodward Avenue cruise this summer. I'd love to. Maybe I can. If the border opens up. You know, I want to do a lot of things, but this border's still closed between U.S. and Canada. And I was planning to go to the Woodward Avenue with my car. That was my dream the first year I had it ready.
We're getting closer. Let's keep being safe and we'll get there.
Hey, look at this one. Michael 702. Nick found another Charger 500 in Blood, Idaho. Going to see if he will sell. We'll keep you in the loop. Okay, let me know what's going on, buddy.
Fantastic.
Frank says he wishes the best for everybody. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Curious Yellow. Okay, we're past an hour, eh?
Just like
Yasmin Nicola. Okay, Louis. I got Louis here from our number one viewer from Melbourne, Australia.
Watching from tomorrow.
Yasu Nicola Olakala in Australia. I know you guys are doing great with there's no pandemic in Australia. Yasu Louis, a little chipuraki would be okay. Could be lean out, pop out high RPM. No, it's not running lean because we checked the air fuel ratio. We're running 12.9, 13. 12.8, 12.9, 13 air fuel ratio to 1. So it was not that. There's still a curfew Quebec. Yes, it's still a curfew Quebec till 9:30 at night.
At least we moved it later. It was 8 o'clock.
Now it's 9:30. Before last week was 8 o'clock. George, Jason Rock, can we see George?
Oh, man.
Here, George is right behind me, you guys.
In the background over here.
Brian, just dug out my 71 Hemi Cuda out yesterday. Brian, you have a 71 Hemi Cuda? Wow, I gotta see that. Big Al, have the joy of the weekend. Don't work too hard. Hey, Big Al, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Don't worry. Thank you, Big Al. Okay, Joey Hernandez. Any plans to visit Orlando, Florida? Not yet. I don't know yet. We can't even cross the border yet. All right, George. How many more can we do, man?
Go
I don't
on
know.
as long as you can, Nick.
I know. You know, I'd love to answer them all. It's not going to be easy. I've got so many things. Wow.
We'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
A beautiful video coming on Monday.
Yeah, we got the when we pull out the engine out of that race car, 71 Ford Maverick. That's going to be something we're going to do a little refresh on that engine.
And we're going to get a closer look at that beautiful 58 wagon.
Yeah, that 58 wagon, hey, Villager. Wow, Edsel. Never seen an Edsel, never sat in one. And that push button right on the steering wheel. Wow. Anyways, I want to say a very big thank you for all our viewers, Patreon supporters. Don't forget to share and tell all your friends to subscribe to our channel. And thank you very much for standing by tonight here in Nick's Garage. Thank you all.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Broadcast the world's first live dyno session, Nick.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll
See
do
you in
it
a couple
again.
weeks.
Thank you.